Hi, welcome to Magnet Gaming. This is take two, and today we're going to cover Action Puzzle Prism Land, as it's known as in Japan, or at least that's a rough translation, or it's known as Prism Land Story in Europe. No US release. Released by D. Cruz in Japan in 1998, and in 2000 by Midas Interactive Entertainment, company known for doing a lot of different releases of lesser known titles and just re-releases of older titles. So the main multiplayer feature here is this battle mode, where you play until either one side clears the screen first, or until one side fails to hit the ball and the ball falls underneath. The maps are quite varied and interesting, creating quite the challenge. And you have more than enough maps to keep it interesting. The gameplay is, the controls are responsive, and except for some issues where the ball will come off the paddle a bit strangely. Every now and then it seems like the angle that the ball comes off the paddle isn't quite perfect. But other than that, the collision detection seems to be just fine. No glaring issues that are found in a lot of cheap Breakout and Arkanoid knockoffs. There is a story here. You get to play as either Prism or Rhythm. Prism's a cat, Rhythm's a fairy, and they're allied together to go out and save. Basically, out there to try to save the world from save the 7 trapped guardians of the land. And in the process, you get 7 boss battles in the single player mode, all of which have different mechanics. However, it's basically the same thing. You want to hit the boss with the ball when it's in a state that can be hit. Some of them are moderately challenging, though. The music's actually quite good for the game, for the type of game it is, and the art style, despite being a bit bizarre compared to what I'd usually play, is actually looks quite good. While the paddle itself and the stuff on screen doesn't look that much better than a 16-bit title, it's definitely the backgrounds and the animations that make this appear to be a title worthy of a 32-bit console title at the time. You do get numerous different types of power-ups. You get the standard ball splitter one, where if you get that one and the ball hits the paddle, 2 balls come off, and then so on. You have the paddle shrink, you have the paddle expand, you have the force field at the bottom, which gives you a chance to miss and the ball will bounce back up. And you have some unique ones, like one of the power-ups will turn the ball into a giant ball that fills up the screen. And some of the power-ups you can actually save for later and trigger when you want them. There is a power-up where you can, as you move the paddle, the ball will stay underneath it, as demonstrated on the screen right now, which makes it it's actually quite useful for when you're down to the last couple. Save me a lot of time right there. The good thing about this game is the power-ups. Not only are there some that you can save, but they actually stack. You're not trading in power-ups as you go. So between them stacking, as well as having ones that you can pick the time you use, actually creates a bit of unique gameplay for a rather tired genre of game. So yeah, the colorful artwork, the great sounding music, the way the power-ups, not only the types of power-ups, but how they're implemented, all make this quite a good experience for being what is essentially, on the surface, just an Arkanoid, a breakout clone. So, where would I rate this game ultimately? I definitely recommend it. You can get a copy on eBay right now for $23 including shipping for the Japanese version. So it is out there. It's not quite as cheap as many of the sports titles or super common titles, but it is definitely affordable, albeit not as easy to find as the more commonly known titles on the platform. So yeah, definitely check it out. If nothing else, it's a good time waster, but it is quite a bit of fun as a multiplayer game. Definitely a game I'd recommend. It's not going to go on any top 10 lists anytime soon, but it's definitely a game I'd feel comfortable recommending to about anybody, both for the experience itself and the price point. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please check out some other reviews. I went ahead and added some of my old reviews to the playlist. I marked those as old review. The newer ones will not have that marking. And have a great day.